So the homeschool room revamp makeover definitely didn't go as I planned. Hey guys, and welcome back to my Practically Imperfect Life. So today is part 2 of the homeschool revamp / room makeover. And if you watched the part 1 video, you'll remember that I talked about how the basement was our homeschool space and it just needed to serve more functions than just as a homeschool room. We needed organized book storage. We needed a place where the family could just kind of hang out and spend some time together. I really needed to get my gardening stuff kind of situated, all of the towers and grow lights and things like that I start using in about February through the beginning of May. We also just wanted to try to find a space where maybe we could do some workout equipment, things like that. Well, I spent about 3 days doing the projects that you saw in the part 1 video and getting those things done. And I had my husband down here and I was showing him the kind of the little bonus room. And I mentioned that the room already has drywall, but it doesn't have flooring down. It's just cement in there. There's no ceiling. And I was like, oh yeah. As part of this remodel, I want to get this room all cleaned out because it's full of junk right now. It's got so much stuff. I'm like, yeah, we're going to get this cleaned out and I'm going to get the beadboard up and I'm going to order some flooring and get that down. And yeah, this will be done. And he's like, there's like no way you're going to get this done before you go on your Europe trip. And I was like,
you underestimate my power.
However, it turns out he was correct. There was no getting that bonus room all the way done. So instead, I decided that I was going to hone in on the main homeschool space. I did go ahead and move all of the garden and start towers, the grow lights and everything into that room. And I focused on getting the main space done because, again, when you think about it, this is the space that really has to be ready by the beginning of the school year since we're going to use it for homeschooling. And I can definitely tackle that room, as we go into the fall. I've got months until I'm going to need to use it for getting seed starts going and things like that. So, I just have to sometimes learn not to bite off more than I can chew, which I tend to do with a lot of projects. So anyways, today I wanted to show you our main homeschool space that we got done. We did succeed in getting books organized. We did succeed in having a family hangout area. In fact, my son has already been down here hanging out with me a ton because I do a lot of my work and my editing and stuff down here. And he's just wanted to come down and hang out in that new space. And I'm feeling just really good about where things are at. I mean, is everything 100% done? No, but we've also not gotten all of the lesson planning and the school prep done. And that's really what's going to take it from being 95% complete to being 100% done. So anyways, today I thought I would just take you around our homeschool space, show you what we did, what we changed, and maybe it'll give you some ideas on ways you can organize your own homeschool spaces.
Okay, on this side of the room is where I have all of the kids' school desks. Not much has changed over here from last year. The desks and the 9-drawer storage units we got from IKEA. So we use these for their individual subject work. You will notice that I don't have the subject names put on the drawers yet. I do cut those out on my Cricut. But since I haven't finished prepping all of their school supplies, I really don't know which subjects I'm going to end up having in each drawer. I've got them kind of temporarily placed in different drawers, but we'll see after I get workbooks and things like that prepped. So that's not new. Neither are their little whiteboards and corkboards. But I did swap out the refrigerator that was here last year for this cube storage unit. And I've just wanted to have some things kind of more readily available for them. But one thing that is different this year is this little seating area that you're going to see over to the side. Now you might recognize these teal chairs. I got these off Amazon and they are just super comfortable. Just super, super comfortable. Now we had them kind of facing the TV last year, but I really wanted to create just some more sitting areas, so if the kids didn't want to sit at their desks, they could just quickly get into a cozy little chair to be able to work in. So I moved them over here. Now the rug I got at Lowe's, it's a washable rug. So it's on the thinner side. That's okay. We didn't need a thick plush rug down here. But while I was at Lowe's, I saw this little end table, this one that's kind of got the gold design and then a faux marble top. And then Emma said we needed more plants down here, but you know, unless we put it under grow lights, it's going to have to be a fake one. So we got a fake one there. But just kind of a cute little sitting area and makes better use of this space than what we had going on last year. But I'll come over here and we'll show you a little more closely what we have arranged around their desks. So last year I had a giant world map set up on the wall here. I went ahead and took that down. It was getting a little worn out. It didn't have any kind of laminate on it. So I replaced it with these ones. These are laminated maps. I got them, I think it was a set of 3. Now they are two-sided. And so there is a different kind of color scheme on the flip side. So if you wanted more kind of brown vintage tones, that's what's on the back side of these. It just didn't quite go with the gray walls here. And then, as I mentioned, each one of these we will put supplies for a given subject. I have just started putting things into drawers, but I haven't figured out like for sure what the setup's going to be. So once I do that, then I will put the labels that I make. I just use the removable vinyl and cut it out of my Cricut and pop it on there. Fun thing though, I was cleaning out a storage room and I found these cute little painted piggy banks that the kids had made years and years and years ago. And I had one that each of them had made. So I went ahead and put them on their desks and I threw some coins in there. Sometimes when we're doing like German especially, we'll do like little quizzes for quarters. And I thought that would just be kind of fun for them to have something to put on there. They don't typically store anything in this area normally. With our guest Hallow programs, there's a lot of books that they're reading on a weekly basis. And so usually what they do is they'll pull the ones that they're reading for that current week and they'll pop them in there. And then we just, you know, organize the regular school supplies in the drawers. Up above my son's desk, I did have these posters from IEW. They kind of go along with how their writing programs work. So if you are familiar with IEW at all, they talk about dress ups, they talk about using different types of decorations, different types of sentence openers. I've had this poster set for a while. I think I got it free as a part of like a holiday thing they were doing, but you can actually purchase them as well. And then they have a whole there's 8 more, I think, in the set that talk about the different types of lessons that IEW does. So I just thought that'd be good for him since he's continuing with the IEW writing program. He'd have it handy. We have our National Park scratch off poster, turn in boxes for each of the kids. And then on these top shelves here are all of our chemistry supplies. So I didn't buy a new chemistry experiment set because we didn't use all of it last year. So my son will be able to finish using up the extra supplies that my daughter had. And then just a couple more storage drawers. I've just got some random things in here. Mostly it's stuff for their food science course. And then graphing calculator with its charger, some cleaning supplies. And then my daughter's desk is pretty much set up exactly like my son's. She's got her school supplies in the drawer, all nice and neat and organized, ready for the start of the year. She likes to have her little decorations on her corkboard, and then this is her little piggy bank that she made. I just thought they were cute. And then she likes to do the essential oils as well. So this is where they will be doing their schoolwork. And then if they get tired of sitting at their desks, they can come over here and they can sit in these nice cozy chairs, or mom can sit in these nice cozy chairs and help them out. Okay, coming over from the desk area, we have the section of the basement that I'm hoping will serve as kind of the family hangout spot, because I did say that was one of the things that I needed the basement to function as, a place for us to kind of gather together. And I also needed a place for us to store all of our books. So that's where this section of the basement comes into play. Now, if you watched part 1 of this homeschool room makeover, you'll notice that the bookcases did get shifted to the left. I left a bigger space at the end there just in case I needed it for something else. And there's a plug there I wanted to have access to. I also decided I did not want to take down this photo shelf. So I'm on a roll. I'm trying to get our pictures changed out into frames that are either matching or coordinating. And so I've got a shelf here. These are all Ethan pictures, and I'm going to do Emma's next, but I need to go and pick up more frames from Walmart. They just didn't have enough all in the same pattern, but I think they're ones they carry most of the time. Anyways, bookshelf number 1 are books that are mostly for school. So the top shelf here, I've got like all of Emma's books for her government and econ personal finance course. And then I have the books for their food science course or the chemistry in the kitchen course from Guest Hollow. Next shelf down, we've got books for Ethan's Whirlwind World History from Guest Hollow. And then the bottom two shelves are like homeschool reference books, just books I've collected or we used in previous courses I didn't want to get rid of. And then on the top are all of our bigger reference books that don't fit on the shelves. Next set of bookshelves are just all of our personal books, kind of all gathered into one place. And then a couple fun things on top. We've got our wands that Ethan and I got at Ollivander's. And then, yes, the chalkboard is still around. I haven't decorated it yet because, well, you know, guys, we're like 2 months away from school starting. So I got some time to do a design on there. And then just a little work of art that my brother did. Really love it. So had to put that up on display. So we did go ahead and buy a new TV, but it is smaller than the last one, just a much nicer TV than our last one. The last one was like 15 years old. So we just needed an update there. And then I moved the refrigerator over here so we'd still have drinks and snacks handy. This shelf over here is the one that I'm going to put all the Emma pictures on once I get more frames. Now, you watched me put together this little modular couch in the last video. And I got this from Walmart. I needed it to be modular so I could actually, you know, get it down the basement stairs. And I put it together, and originally I just had this piece and this ottoman, and I thought, okay, that's it. And then 3 days later, a third box showed up. And I was like, wait, what? And I actually had to go back online and look at the listing because it'd been a while since I bought it. And I was like, oh, wait, yeah, there is another piece. But I like this. So it's another ottoman piece. So you can see when you have them all pushed together, you have almost kind of like a cool little cozy bed like lounger there. Or you can pull the two ottoman pieces out and you can have them separate. You can, you know, move the cushion on that and make it long that way. I mean, you can rearrange this a bunch of different ways. And then as you can see, that's got a lift up so that the long ottoman there has storage space in it as well. So really liking that. Okay, after that space, we have my corner. So I've got my desk down here. I have my 2 shelves that I got from IKEA. I just decided to move both of the shelves over to the side just to kind of open it up a little bit more. You know, this way, one, if I wanted to grab a drink, I could more easily. If I wanted to watch the TV or a documentary that the kids were watching, anything like that, it would be a little easier for me. I have my EcoTank printer, which is like the best thing I've ever purchased ever. If you homeschool, you should really own one. They are amazing. And I just keep, you know, all of my basic stuff down here. I've got office supplies. I've got my Bible journaling stuff down here as opposed to up in the craft room because, you know, we do Bible journaling as part of our homeschool now. And then I love my storage boxes. So lots of different storage boxes to kind of hide away papers and things like that and keep it looking a little neater. One thing I did go and get was a set of organizers from Walmart, and they had a whole bunch of different sizes. I can't remember what the brand name is called. It's called like, I don't know, the Home Edit or something like that. I know they make a bunch of different types of organizers, but I just wanted to try to keep things a little bit neater this year. Oh, wait, I was going to show you these. I did get some chalk markers this year. I'm going to use these on the board in addition to sometimes using the pastels, but I think that'll be fun. And then just a couple of dry erase boards. Don't have anything on them yet. I did love this. I was at Meijer, which is our local grocery store, and they had this cute little hedgehog tape dispenser. I mean, isn't that cute? I mean, I had to have it. Had to have it. Family photos. Sorry about the glare. And then I did get this printable quote. This was from Daily Grace Co. And I thought I have a couple of them. So I thought maybe I'd just change them out like once a month and have some different ones on there. These drawers are all my Bible journaling stuff. Now this stuff's not terribly organized, but that's where everything is for that. And then again, just different things that I need to keep handy and organized down here. And then I have like my little shelf up here. These are all random things that people have made me over the years, patients, scouts, friends, things like that. I just can't bear to get rid of them. And then I did do a filming corner. I'm super excited about this. So, I mean, it serves more than one purpose. It is actually storing things that need to be stored here, but it's also going to be a dedicated filming space. So my filming equipment will stay over there when I'm not using it. And then on the shelves here, I have all of my teacher guides and manuals and all the test booklets, all of our German materials, our group study materials, and then I put all of my devotionals down here on the end. And then storage baskets. I have extra school supplies, art supplies. That one's kind of heavy. My cinch and all of the cinch accessories. And then my laminating sheets. And then up here is where I keep greeting cards. So I have a bunch of greeting cards just kind of on hand, and they're sorted in here. There's tabs that have them sorted by category. So, you know, if I need to send a card rather than having to make a run out to the store, I have a good selection of them here. This is going to be my box where I'm going to keep things that I'm working on grading. And then I have these posters. Oh, what's the brand called? Cavallini, I think is what they are. The vintage posters. I've had these for like 2 years. And I finally got on Amazon and I ordered these holders for them. They're cool because they're, you know, they're magnets. So it's got, you know, a piece front and back that magnetizes on there and at the bottom. So you can change them out if you wanted to, switch them out for new ones every now and then. And then our 3-tier card is the last thing over here. Pretty empty at the moment because I haven't prepped for the school year. Now you might notice that the floor still has no baseboards. I mentioned that the floor needed baseboards when I did the part 1 video. So the hubs said he will take care of that. So he is going to work on that probably while we are gone in Europe on vacation. And no different from last year, we do still have our table here in the middle that we do all of our group work at. Plus it's just a spot where we can, you know, sit and do different things if we need a table for it, play cards, do a board game. I found this table on Facebook Marketplace, so I have no idea where it came from originally. All I know is that it was a fantastic deal. It was like $100 for a table and 4 chairs, and it was in pretty darn good shape, and it's very sturdy. All right, and that's our homeschool space for the 2023-2024 school year. I don't know. I feel like it feels bigger and roomier, despite the fact that I've added, you know, a whole new couch down here and more furniture. But I think it's going to work out wonderfully for us. A few little things to finish up over the next couple of weeks, like labeling the drawers and whatnot, but we will get there before we start things back up in August.
All right, guys, that wraps up this homeschool room revamp / tour video. As I mentioned before, I think I'm going to save that project of finishing that bonus room probably for the month of August. I have some vacation time coming up for my nursing job, and I think that'd be a really good project to kind of hone in and spend some time on during the downtime I'll have while I'm off of work. Now, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you go, and consider subscribing to my channel so you can follow along with us on our homeschooling through high school journey. Thanks again for joining me today, guys. Happy homeschooling.
Century, or will I be forgotten? Like dust in the wind, or the talk of the town that we are living in. Well, I don't know. How could I know what lies ahead of me? Am I part of a grander master plan? Will I be washed away?